No, it doesn't say.
There we go.
There we go.
And go live.
I know you do your announcement, so I'll stay quiet.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to another CNC Router Mixer. Bill Griggs, and we do these every Tuesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. And if you'd like to join us, there's a link in the comments um, so that you can join us on Zoom. How goes it, Mike?
Oh, okay. I never have time to get on, right? And I literally just got home. I drove over 500 miles today, round trip down South Florida and back. I got my mother-in-law over, so I took her to see her cousin who's 90, that kind of thing.
Hmm.
But so I said, they're in there talking. And so normally I sit at my desk, but I'm like, I'm going to go in the garage for a minute just to give them some time alone to talk. And I figure I'll, see how you guys are doing. I'll probably pass out 15 minutes, 20 minutes into the broadcast. But
Yeah, yeah. I
I'll,
know how that goes, but yeah, long drives. That's
oh
500
man.
miles is pretty
The
impressive.
good the good part is I didn't drive, but it's a long, I was up at 4, so I mean I drove. I used the FSD in the Tesla
Uh-huh.
and I love it, but it's still I thought, oh, I won't be tired when I get home. No, I'm still tired.
That's fully self-driving.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
FSD supervised, you got to look at it, but
yeah. Gotta put your hands on the wheel every now and then.
not as long as you're looking. If you look away, you got to put your hands on the wheel.
Oh, okay.
But
I
other than that,
I've
it's
been
pretty
in
cool.
I've been in a car that's fully self-driving. Uh, well, reasonably self-driving. It wasn't full.
Yeah,
It was a Hyundai,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's comes close, but it's not.
No,
Um,
it's not. That's like autopilot in the Tesla, and then the FSD is a step up because the Tesla you can either use like cruise control, autopilot, or full self-driving supervised.
Mhm.
And yeah, it's not the same. It's cool. I mean, I don't know how the hell they figured it out, and it amazes me every time. I just want the full self-driving unsupervised so I can watch TV or go to sleep.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I'm trying a new digital mic. My kid got me for our anniversary.
mm,
I don't know whether the sound is good or whether it's actually using my computer mic because I didn't get that far.
yeah, it sounds clear, so
Yeah,
it's not, so I
but
think you're good.
it's got a USB device in it, or USB-C device that you plug
Mhm.
in, and there are two of these little lavalier
Mhm.
mics. So you could give one to a guest and one to you.
Oh, nice.
Um, so it's pretty cool. It's made by Rode. Uh,
Hmm.
I
Uh-huh.
guess. But I can't show you the USB device because it's plugged in the computer.
Yeah,
But
yeah, right. Exactly.
at any rate, it neat charging case, a lot like an iPhone.
Yeah, yeah.
Earbuds, but it should make um, when you're out in the shop and you're shooting a video.
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of the YouTube creators using these to get good audio.
Ah, that's interesting. I showed you what I did the last time, right? For when I'm shooting YouTube videos. That thing.
Yeah, you put the
Yeah,
thing up. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. So, but I haven't thought about the sound, so that might be a concern. I don't know. I'll
Um,
see after I
yeah,
shoot the first video.
yeah. Sound is something. Lights is something. Um, anyway, it's just lights is probably more important than sound. but I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
well, the thing has a big light mounted on it with you can change the color of it and the softness and all that. So that's working, but I didn't think about the quality of the sound.
Oh, let me see if I can pick this up here without too much trouble.
Mm.
Um, so I went to a big model airplane, a lot of background noise. Uh,
Yeah.
big model airplane meet this weekend. And one of the things that I like doing and hadn't done in a while is night flying.
Uh-huh.
So we had a bunch of these LED strip lights that we used to put on the uh, periphery of the airplane to give you an outline so that you could see things during flight. And
Yeah.
let me get this together because this was an
I just
unplanned.
want to tell you, you said a lot of background noise. I didn't hear a thing,
Really
not a
interesting.
sound. I'm like, I didn't want to interrupt you, but yeah, not a sound, just
All right.
you.
Well, that's good, actually. So the you've seen the little strips of LED lights they have, right?
Yeah, yeah, sure. Hmm.
Well, before they came out with they had this thing called a electroluminescent light, and it was a string
Hmm.
that glowed kind of dimly, but it glowed.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, they were good for flying, but they were a little bit dim. And then the LEDs came out and it was like, ooh,
Yeah, right. Yeah. Ah.
yeah. So, um, of course, the ones that I pulled out of this bag are the ones that are still sealed. So I'll reach back into the bag and grab the ones that aren't. But where that got to?
Are you in the Death Star, Bill? Is that what your backdrop is now?
Yeah.
Because it used to be NASA, so now you've gone to the dark side, huh?
Well, yeah. Ever since I used the fork.
Ah, the
Uh,
fork.
yeah. But anyway, the EL wire was very light compared to the LEDs. It was very thin. It was like a piece of 18 gauge wire or something, right?
Yeah, yeah. Hmm.
Well, fast forward to now, and they've come out with a new LED
Oh,
thing.
wow.
So it's got an adhesive backer on the back, and it's 6 foot long length that I've got in my hands. I'm not sure which color I grabbed, but um, these take 12 volts. They probably could go on less volts than 12, but they'll definitely very bright at 12 volts.
Yeah, yeah.
And they have a connector, and you can connect multiples together, and there's little spots all along the length of this wire that you can solder multiples of this together with.
Oh,
So
okay.
this is really cool stuff. I think I paid about $12 for.
Oh, wow. As soon as you hit that, you disappear
Yeah,
because
I
it's
chose
green.
it's green. Yeah,
And so as soon as you did that, you completely, Bill, you just disappeared. You used the
wow,
force.
I really used the force well on that one.
Yeah,
Um,
really.
let me try one of the other colors. Uh,
Could you see yourself disappear? Did you
I
see
did,
yourself like,
yeah.
oh, yeah.
It was pretty awesome, actually. Um,
Huh.
let me try this orange.
So
I
you
got an
know
orange one.
now, I'll say this quietly. If your wife is looking for you, break out the greens.
Yeah, yeah. She'll never see me. Yeah.
Never. Bill, I see you holding those green LEDs.
So this is orange,
Oh, yeah. Wow. Look at that.
and
That's
they're
bright. You can see.
they're
Yeah.
quite
Oh,
bright.
yeah.
See if I can. Ooh, interesting. I
Yeah. You disappeared again.
turned off the light in the background, and I disappeared again. But anyway,
Yeah.
this
You
stuff
disappeared.
is very bright. Very bright lights. In fact, too bright for this.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn
It's
off my
better when you
background and see
hold
what
it.
happens.
Now I can see you. You can see how bright it is, but it's not making you disappear.
Yeah, I'm going to adjust the background. Take into
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I see it. Wow.
actual room. These are really bright.
Yeah. Wow. You could see that's bright. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can put the link to that and to that microphone thing in the chat there so I can check it out for sure.
yeah. So one of the reasons that I showed this, can you imagine putting some of this underneath the gantry? It
Oh
comes in
yeah.
multiple colors
Mm.
of your CNC
Hmm.
to light up the area.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. I could see that for sure. Definitely.
I mean, you could stick it right in the um, cable chain.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely. Yeah. Yeah,
Anyway,
definitely.
cool
That's
stuff.
cool.
This brand is called STRIX Strix
Mm,
Twist Noctu Glow. NOCTU Glow.
mm.
NOCTUAGLOW. Anyway, I will put a link to this stuff. You know, it comes in little packages, and I suppose you
Yeah,
could
yeah.
probably uh I don't know if they would sell bigger lengths of it. I would imagine they would.
Mm.
But these were
Where'd you get it? Amazon or someplace else?
no, I got this from a ready-made hop. Hang on, let me make sure I get this exactly right. I've got their card in my wallet,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I picked this up. It's readymaderc.com, and
Ready made it. See.
anyway,
Cool.
they're a company. They're probably not the only source of it, but you know,
Hmm. Yeah.
um, they I got it. But I picked up a green, an orange, and an ice blue
Oh wow.
color. They have a darker blue, but it's not quite as great, in my opinion, for night flying. It sometimes blends in, even
Do you
though it's
have to, I remember with navigation, like boat navigation, do you have to put different colors on different side of the plane so you know in the dark where it's oriented? You don't need that.
you don't really need that, but we do it.
Yeah, like red and blue, whatever,
Yeah.
green and red or whatever the hell it
Yeah,
is.
you don't really need it because we kind of like to show off the color. It's like,
Yeah,
uh
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
I got
So,
you.
but
Cool.
if they ever come out with an RGB addressable version of this,
Hmm.
it's all over
That's
because
cool.
they have the bigger strips of LEDs. They have RGB addressable, so you can make them dance and do patterns and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
different
But
things.
you need a controller, which would increase the weight, right? So if you're
Yeah,
flying,
we
but
this stuff weighs so little it wouldn't matter with a
wouldn't
controller. It would
matter. Yeah.
be
Cool.
fairly small. So,
Yeah,
hey, Kurt.
that's cool.
Yeah. Um, but this is stuff would be great in your camper,
Yeah.
in your teardrop camper.
Yeah,
Yep.
Hey, how's it going?
good.
So yeah. So that's two new things I'm showing you today.
Yeah. Wow.
But they have let me put all this stuff away.
Yeah.
They have a connector that you can get
Yeah.
that plugs into the adapter on your battery pack that they use to balance the pack. So then there's multiple cells in here. The modern
Uh-huh.
chargers measure the voltage of each cell and charge them appropriately. Well, with this adapter, you can plug your motor in on one side, fly your plane, and on the other you plug in the um,
The
the
lights.
lights.
So it's an easy add-on. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And so you don't have to worry that the lights are always on because if you're flying during the day, don't plug it in.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So
That's it.
anyway, cool stuff.
That's cool. That is cool.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
um, so back when I got started in CNC,
Yeah.
all those decades ago,
And
um,
did they machine stones at that point, Bill, or was it wood?
it was all wood, but we were starting stone masonry, and it was yeah. Um, I got into CNC because I wanted to make airplanes, model airplane stuff,
Yeah.
and I didn't really get around to it. But I was doing some laser cut stuff back in the day, and whatever. I had a model um, airplane the kit that I was selling because I was in the kit business,
Yeah.
and we used to fly with old nickel cadmium batteries, which weighed a ton.
Yeah, sure.
And everything. And now the same battery pack I was flying then, this
Oh, wow.
little one would get the same performance. Anyway, one of the guys that I used to fly with built one of my planes. It was called a BD-10. It was like a little F-15.
Hmm.
Um, and he flew that quite a bit, and pretty much wore it out. It had cracks and holes in it, and everything.
I'm gonna try to turn in this. Yeah, okay. Don't
Um,
mind me.
and when I went south and we met Fitz,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
he and Terry, his podcast co-host, had been looking for BD-10s kits because I
Yeah.
hadn't made it in 20 years or 15 or 20 years, whatever it was.
Right.
And my friend Don had his up in the attic. And so last year at this meet that I went to, he brought that plane and he gave it to Terry.
Oh, well.
And Terry says, "Oh, great! I'm going to fix this up and I'm going to fly it." We're like, "Yeah, okay, yeah. You got a million projects going on. You'll never get to it."
Yeah.
This year, when I went this past weekend, Terry's there, and he's got a work table up, and he's got the kit there, and he has a modern brushless ducted fan and motor, new mini batteries, and servos and everything. And he sits there at the field over the course of 2 days, and he rebuilds the plane.
Oh, wow.
He put some different coloring and everything on it, and
Mhm.
he flew it. Now the original aircraft um, that I built back in the day was clocked on radar at 110 miles an hour.
Oh, wow.
And
That's crazy.
yeah, so the question came in was it still relevant?
Yeah.
After all these years. Well,
Fixing my phone here. Yeah. Go ahead.
yeah, and so
Go ahead.
I was skeptical. I wasn't sure this thing was going to fly very well or not. Plus, we used to launch it from a catapult, and he was trying to hand launch it. So, so anyway,
Yeah.
I'm getting to this point. I want to show you some pictures on my Facebook page.
For me, Bill, I don't know if it's for anybody else, but you're breaking up a little bit.
Okay.
It could be me.
Uh,
I lost you.
hello.
Wait, let me just hold on. I'm going to kill my camera for a second and try to fix this.
Yeah.
It's all my fault.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Barry.
I'm going to just kill my video and just check.
Okay. How are you hearing me, Kurt? Am I sounding okay?
Yeah, you sound good to me. I apologize.
Okay. So, I'm gonna turn on share for this page as soon as I. Okay, here we go. So here we are. Share. So taking you to my Facebook page.
Okay.
This is Terry, and he's working on putting together the aircraft, which you can see down here on the chair.
Yeah.
He's in full on mode,
Mm-hmm.
putting things back together. And here are Terry and Fitz
Oh, yeah.
right before we did the test fly. Now Terry lives in Wisconsin, and Fitz is in Houston.
Yeah, right.
And so they both came up to upstate New York to the Catskills for
Oh, wow.
this meet.
Wow.
Terry was like 900 miles. I have no idea how far Fitz traveled, but so they put the plane together, and on here somewhere in the third or fourth photo is the video of it flying, which is really what I wanted to show you guys because I'm kind of proud of that. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, of course, doing these things live. I'm going to stop sharing until so I can look around on
Yeah,
the
yeah, no
Facebook
problem.
page. But just so cool to see it, to see one of the designs that I was making back in the day flying.
And current with all current technology. That's
Yeah.
cool.
And back in the day when I was doing this, it was on the bleeding edge of what you could do. There
Yeah,
weren't very
yeah.
many electric ducted fans
Mhm.
back in the day. Where is the there's a Klingon woman here. Let's see. Uh, Here we go. See, there were two threads, and that's the problem. I'm trying to find the specific one with the video.
I'm trying to adjust my camera. I just realized the seat I'm sitting in is adjustable.
Okay. All right. So now I just have to figure out how to pause it. Okay. So, here we go. I'm going back to share.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. This is right before the flight, and this is the actual flight. Here we go.
Oh, wow.
That's like a snake. Look at that.
Holy crap.
Is it right to
So
left?
that's like a jet motor, electric jet motor-ish.
You're going against the pattern right now.
Yeah, they
Put a
call
partial
this a ducted fan.
Anything
It's
about
a
cameras? Can't give you
impeller inside of a duct, and it pushes cold air instead of hot air like a
I had a
jet.
bit of down.
You had it on the wrong one. Here we go.
The pattern again.
Wow.
He's flying at about half throttle here.
You know what, Bill? You probably want to talk after, because for me, I hear the video and not much of you.
48
Yeah, that's
seconds.
cool. Is he?
Yeah, it's the first minute gone.
Who's got the timer on here?
Out of field. Very nice.
It'll get around eventually.
Oh my God.
The open runway? Coming out. No problem.
It's after he takes off, you have the runway.
Sounds like a jet.
Anyway, it's very hard to photograph.
You need to get it for you, Fitz?
Another pass? All right, low pass. You'll be fine. You're 2 minutes in, so we'll see how it is.
I think he's about to attempt a landing. Or a loop instead. Yeah, okay.
It's really nice. It's great. I really. The normal flying roll is fine. If you gotta do aerobatics, you do them on. It just feels like it's new. Landing on 5.
Got it.
Go around. Just gotta see your right.
Taking off on 6.
With the mountain in the background, it's very deceptive depth perception wise. I think you still got plenty of battery left, but I'm not sure.
Can you land?
Landing.
Landing.
Okay, yeah, I put the MKS in those. Yeah.
It's slippery.
So no landing gear, right? Bill, they just kind of slide in on the grass.
Yeah, on that one, yeah.
It sounds like a jet fighter.
Yeah, it's kind of what we're going for.
That is cool.
The good part about it is now there's so much excess power compared to previously that we'll be able to put in retractable landing gear so that it can take off and land on the grass.
Well, that's cool.
Very, very happy with the results of that, because I was skeptical right up until the launch, because I didn't think the body of that particular plane is very wide, and so it's difficult to get a grip on it to throw it. So I didn't think they were going to have success throwing it, and that was I knew that once it got in the enough air under the wing, it would be fine, but I didn't think they were going to do it hand launching it.
But I guess it has so much power, they just need to give it like a boost, and then that's it.
Yep.
It just goes, because
Yeah.
it was going like crazy. Wow.
Yeah. We didn't get. There was a guy with a radar gun there, but we didn't have him measure it. But it was well over the 110 that we were doing before.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it looked fast. I was like having trouble watching where it was going.
Yeah. So imagine trying to shoot it with your iPhone.
Oh no, yeah, forget it. Yeah.
That's what I was doing. So yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy. Crazy.
Yep. So we've come full circle on that project now.
That's cool. That's a cool project. That's
So
really cool.
Fitz, you and I both met Fitz.
Yeah.
Fitz hit the Holy Grail. He actually found somebody who had one of my kits intact.
Oh wow.
In their shop, and they were willing to sell it.
Oh shit.
So now that Terry's has flown, Fitz is like, this has moved up on my project list.
Oh shit, that's cool.
So
that's cool.
We'll probably have a nice long conversation about equipping it with retracts and where to put them and things like that. And
that is cool.
But yeah, and they're like, hey, maybe you should consider making more of these. And I said, maybe. But that's kind of why I got into CNC.
Well, now you can probably 3D print sections of it, right?
Yeah, I was thinking that exactly.
I mean, just kind of spit them out,
Yeah. So, here we are. That was a use of technology, and CNC was that plane was kind of the one that got me thinking about doing CNC stuff, because I was having the parts sent out to be laser cut because I didn't own a laser, and I wanted a way to produce them in-house, and the CNC router, believe it or not, at that point was a cheaper technology than laser cutters were. But all that one interlocks. There are tab and grooves that put things together, and the wing is you could assemble the entire wing without any glue until you were, at the point where you needed to add the glue to
Yeah,
hold it
yeah,
together.
yeah.
You could like put
That's
all the
cool.
pieces in place and everything.
That's
And
cool.
I had designed different angled notches so that the wing at the root and at the tip were twisted in relation to each other to give it washout, which makes it so stable. And
Ah,
at one point, somebody in the video says it's smooth. That was
ah,
part of it.
yeah, yeah. That's cool.
Anyway,
So all that stuff, it's nice when you see something that you do actually work, right?
yep,
Like,
yeah,
and
and in
that's
the
cool.
hands of others,
Yeah, right. Exactly.
you know.
That's cool. That's
But it
cool.
kind of like validated the design was relevant back then, and it is still
Hmm.
relevant. So
Yeah, yeah. So you should think about making some more. Who knows?
yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll just sell the rights.
Yeah,
Uh,
there you go.
yeah. Anyway, kit making is not for weenies. Uh,
Hmm.
it's tough.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yep.
I could
Right.
imagine. Any kind of work is not for weenies. It's like who it's still work, right? Even though it's a hobby and you like it, if you turn it into a thing like that, it's work.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I used to make stuff for people for money in my garage, and now I just make stuff for friends. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't have deadlines. I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it,
Mm-hmm.
So,
And you're
you
very
know,
productive.
well, yeah, I've been a little bit slowed down. I was having a problem with my sciatic. I guess it was. I don't know. I didn't have it long enough before I fell and did a split and then hit the concrete floor.
Mm.
And so I've been hobbling around like a whatever, trying to get better, but it's not getting there. So I've been moving at a slower pace and not getting as much done. And it's Halloween time, so I got to start. I decorate my whole garage for Halloween. And oh wait, you can see this. Wait, hold on. I got to show you this. I bought this thing. You know how they have those cheap plastic. The cheap plastic skeletons, you see them in like Lowe's and whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So hold on, I got to get to the thing here. Here we go. Okay. So I bought a cheap plastic skeleton and then I spent a little bit of time on it. I uh I took all the teeth out and I got these fake teeth. You can see the
Oh,
bottom teeth,
geez.
how crappy they look once you paint them. This was like that white plastic.
Yeah.
And I airbrushed it, and then I sprayed it with glue, and then I put cotton balls all over it, and then I put latex over the cotton balls. I didn't finish the top. This has no latex on it yet, but it looks really like fleshy, you know,
Mhm.
like it's a bone from from
Yeah, like
a
a turkey.
like a butcher shop or
Yeah.
something. And it came out scarier than I thought, especially with the teeth. I got to do the bottom teeth. That's wait, I'll show you this thing. These are the teeth. They look real.
Mm-hmm.
Amazon has them. And then I got these. Hold on, I got to put this down.
Put
And
some of
then I'm
those
going to be.
LEDs in them.
No, I wanted to do that, but I'm like, no, too many people doing that. So I'm doing something like this. I haven't decided on the color yet.
Hang on, I'm gonna
But
change the view so it's just you. There we go.
yeah,
Oh, look at those eyeballs.
yeah. So I got all different colors. I got like 32 of them for like $6 on Amazon. So I'm going to put those in. Like I said, I got to do the bottom teeth because you can see the difference between trying to use the plastic teeth and trying to use like real looking teeth.
Mm-hmm.
But it's going to be scary as hell. And then I'm going to motorize it. I went to Skycraft Surplus and I got a couple of different motors. I'm not sure which one. This one's cool because it's got like a crank on the bottom
Mm-hmm.
so you can use it to rotary, and it's also got a timing cam with different switches. So as it's going around, you could time like three switches, so you could have something happen when the thing is moving. So It's going to be, hopefully, if I get it done, it'll be animated. But anyway, not CNC related, but garage related. But that's, let me switch this. That's what's keeping me busy when I'm actually in the garage. I haven't been here.
Mm-hmm.
I've got company for 17 days now, I think it is.
Yeah.
So I'm driving here, there, and everywhere and doing all this crazy stuff. But
Well, Tally was out in their garage earlier today making jack-o'-lantern box faces.
oh, yeah.
Yeah. He had
Okay,
a
I
bunch of
gotta.
different.
Uh, does he, you don't know if he's going to be on tonight, do you?
He would usually be on by now if he were coming.
Yeah, yeah.
Depends, he's working the crane all day long,
Mm,
building houses.
gosh,
Yeah.
jeez. He's a busy guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So I'm curious, Barry, what's going on? Did you sail around the world again? Barry just got a sailboat.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, was trying to remember where to unmute.
Oh,
I've been sailing a little bit, but other than Miami to Gulfport, really not much. Um, been kind of working on cabinets here and just trying to get cabinets done. Michael, yeah, you need to scan around your garage there. I'm kind of curious about your equipment.
oh, yeah, sure. All right, hold on. Well, I've shown it before, so I didn't want to go through it again. But if you haven't seen it, hold on.
Yeah, please do.
Let me flip my camera, and I'll give you the 15-second tour. Here.
Yeah, I've been working on cabinets. The only interesting thing I've been doing is I had been doing a little bit of 3D printing, and I printed out some stuff to do a plaster mold for slip casting in ceramics.
Mm,
And I think instead of 3D printing, I'm going to alternate and go back to CNC and on the rotary,
hmm
create a mold for slip casting.
Mhm.
I've done. Let me flip my camera just while you're on that topic. I've done some casting stuff. I don't know if you can see it. Right? Can you see that? Okay.
I can see the
Yes.
head.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, if you look above the head, that I did on my 3-axis router. If you look above it, I don't know if you can see because I'm stretching.
Yeah,
You
I
see,
can,
you see half of the casting in the mold, and then that was done on my 4-axis router, right? As was this one, right?
was it? All right. So, boy, I hate to open this can of worms. Was it?
Yeah.
Did you use fourth access capability, or did you put
No,
make?
no, yeah, I used for this one was 3-axis because this was full sized. It weighed 300 pounds when it was done. And that's my doctor's face as the Hulk. It was digitized into the Hulk. And then I made a giant version of that that's busting out of his wall with a steel, you know, like a steel broken wall around him and stuff. But anyway, to get to the casting part, if I had to do it now, I would 3D print that because all I did was, and I think if I go like this, I think I can zoom. I don't know, I can't. But here, I'm gonna do this so you can see it. I'm gonna get up there and show it to you. So because this might help, and then I'll show you the shop. But since you talked about casting, it was a lot of work for me to do this whole thing. Okay, so you see that? See like the
Oh,
hands and the head and all of this, right?
yeah.
These are all separate pieces. So I did the arms as end to end on the 4th axis. The head was done by itself on the 4th axis, and then the rest of the body was done on the 4th axis, right? But if I had to do it today, I would 3D print that, and then I use this stuff which is from Reynolds Advanced Materials. Are you familiar with them?
No.
Okay, so all this stuff you see here, the pink, the plaster, they do mold. That's for molding for special effects.
And what?
So what's it called? What?
Yeah. What'd you call it?
It's like if you want to mold something for special effects.
Right. Right. But what did you call the company?
It,
The
It's Reynolds. I'll send you the link. It's Reynolds Advanced Material, I believe. And they have like anything you could ever want for molding. So you basically, if you got a buck, because this thing is worthless because it's too fragile, it's just MDF. So it looks really good, but you can only use it to make a silicone mold, right? And then
Right.
you put the plaster and everything above it so you can split the mold. You see here the mold splits so you can take it apart. And once I did that, I'll climb down from the ladder. And then I made 3 of these from it.
Mhm.
But this is resin. I could throw this at the wall and it won't break. I mean, it's solid as a rock. So if you want to make a mold, you can 3D print it, get the stuff from Reynolds, Advanced Materials, and then you can make 4, 5, 10, 20, whatever from the mold.
Yeah, but the problem is when we talk about slip casting, you have to do it in plaster. All right. And because slip casting is using clay. And
I see. Sorry, I misunderstood.
yeah, I mean, no, anything I can learn, I've done resin cast before, using what is it? Oh hell, it's rubber material, right?
Yeah.
I've used that before to do resin casting, but in this case, you have to use plaster. So one of the biggest obstacles when you use plaster for slip casting, when you pour the clay into the mold,
Mm-hmm.
the mold has to release in a straight fashion. So you can't have undercuts like you can with some resin casting material that what is that? It has 2 O's in the name.
What's what?
Slow-mo or something like that.
Oh yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. I've used that to do resin casts, which you can basically, when you peel it off, you can have undercuts, and as long as they're not significant.
Yeah.
Silicone?
Huh?
Like silicone molding?
Yeah, it's like a rubber silicone molding material.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like that one I showed you before. That's
Yeah.
rubber silicone. Yeah.
I put a link to the Reynolds Advanced Materials in the
Okay, cool.
chat and in
Cool.
the comments.
Yeah,
Thanks.
cool.
I'd already
There's a-
found the phone.
There's a
Another
company
phone.
that makes an expandable foam that's you can get it to almost like the density of some sign foam, and it's self-skinning.
You're talking about the like closed cell poly.
Closed cell, yeah, it's a closed
Yeah.
cell expandable expandable,
Polyurethane.
yeah, foam. It
Well,
expands.
once again, so the project I'm trying to do. Hang on, hopefully my here, I'll turn the phone around.
We got distracted from your shop tour, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's all right. No worries.
That's
He's got to get to what he's got to get to. So,
Yeah.
I've done it before. That's why I didn't want to do it again. I figured everybody's seen it, but if he hasn't seen it, I'll do it. I just don't want to. Yeah.
Here,
That's
we're
cool.
gonna switch to Barry's view. That's
Yeah.
our speaker view. Hang on a second.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me turn the background off.
Yeah, because it's blurry, right? Yeah. Oh yeah. Wow.
So these are ones that I'm kind of thinking I'm going to turn back and do on the 4th axis. So I can create, if you think about a plaster mold, I would never be able to get his mouth out when the clay dried.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
But you can do the silicone mold that I showed you.
But the problem is with plaster, you can't, because when you do what's called slip casting, it hardens.
Yeah.
So all these undercuts and overcuts, I can't make it where like the back would come straight off, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
This one would be next to impossible.
Yeah, that's cool. Wow.
I'd have to really do something different with this, because there's too many overcuts and undercuts. So I was thinking about chopping this model up.
You can do a multi multi-section mold with like silicone, mold it
Yeah.
in four pieces that pop apart so that you can get the whole thing out.
So we'll
Just
go
like
back
your
to what,
fourth axis,
yeah,
quarter it.
right.
Yeah, it makes
Yeah.
Yeah.
sense.
So we'll go back to why I'm using plaster.
Mm-hmm.
So slip material, which is wet clay, when you pour
Mm-hmm.
it in the mold, sorry, when you pour it in the mold, what the plaster does is it wicks away the moisture. So instead of having a solid piece to put into your kiln and burn, which will cause an explosion basically,
Okay.
what you do is the plaster absorbs the moisture from the outer skin of the slip or the wet,
Mm-hmm.
and then you pour off the wet clay from the interior of it.
Ah.
Oh, like when you're doing porcelain.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Ceramic.
Okay. Okay.
Ceramic.
Ceramics. Yep.
Yeah. So the trick is you have to build a mold that will release at one angle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
So, you know, it's just a work in progress. Like Scott said, in a way you can do it like if you did 90 degrees on a object, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So just to be clear,
Mhm.
uh, I sound like Barack. Um, just to be clear, you need to have uh, hang on, this type of parting line that's off in the corner. It's got to be straight.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
It's,
that.
and you'll see molds like that are actually 3, 4, 5 different pieces, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So that each parting line, when you pull it up or off, it comes straight off. There's no undercuts or anything else because the clay, the slip is what it's called. The slip has to harden a little bit to prepare
Gotcha.
for the kiln,
Hmm.
and then or underglaze or whatever you put on it, right? Whether you pre-paint it or whatever. Um, so the trick is trying to figure out that model in a way that I can do it on a machine, whether it be altering the model. And once again, I'm starting to get into semantics, whether you alter the model, 3D print it into quarters, whether you do it on the CNC machine, so you're only doing it up and down,
Hmm.
or yeah,
Well, that makes sense right there. Do it the way the machine would cut it, and then
yeah,
you would have to. Because I've done similar stuff like that. When you look at it, um, it looks like it's got undercuts on it, but when you get up close, you could tell that it was machined, in 3 axis.
right.
Yeah.
And
Gives it an illusion.
that's the only thing I've been having fun with lately is working on that, and I'm trying to do an entire chessboard like that, but it'll take
That's
me
cool.
3 months to do because I'm sailing as much as I can. So
I get that. Wow. Yeah.
all right,
That's cool.
sure.
Ah, okay. All right. Hold on. All right. So let me flip my camera and I'll start from here. So I've got a 3-car garage, right? So this is the 1-car garage part, right? And this thing
I
is
love
something
the Sam.
crazy. What's
Yeah,
that?
I love the
This,
sandblaster.
yeah, this is something I call my flex station because it holds the sandblaster, but if you look on top here, it's got all of this. It's got all of this mess here, and it kind of goes across the wall and down to all these devices here. And I'll kind of give you an idea. This holds a laser cutter and all of the supplies that work with it, laser filter, the wood, all the supplies, right? And that's in this side here. See, this thing opens and I do something like this. Alexa, laser shelf activate.
Please tell me that's not a glow forge.
That's a glow forge.
Oh, you're awful. You're an awful man.
Please stand clear of
All right, so I've got this all connected to Alexa devices because I was a robotics guy. So you
Yeah.
see the shelf will come out,
Right.
right? And then I got the Glowforge here, right?
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't give $5 of your dollars for a Glowforge.
no,
No.
well, I've actually been pretty lucky with it. I keep it clean. It's under a fire retardant cover. It's behind these welding masks to
My
keep the
my sing-
clean.
my single biggest problem with Glowforge, I was an IT engineer, and I can't stand the idea of having something I have to be online to use.
Yeah, I get that. I don't like it either. And had I known, I might have made a different choice. But I designed this thing to fit, and so unless I find something that works around it, I can't whatever. So
Can't
this
beat the price point they came into market with.
no, I mean, and it fits. I mean, you see, well, I'll give you the tour, but I'll give you the quick look. There's no room here.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's, I mean, look up on the ceiling. You look up on. There's no room.
Right.
So everything has to fit. And I used to have a giant blast cabinet from Bad Boy Blasters. So it was that exact footprint. So when I took it out, I wanted to put a laser in with all the support equipment. I wanted to put a 3D printer in with all the support equipment. And I still needed a blast cabinet with the dust collection and everything. So it had to fit in this footprint, width, height, depth, everything. So Alexa, laser shelf deactivate. So, and all of this, you wonder what all this crap up here is. Um, when I can pull this whole thing out and turn it 180 degrees and shove it back in the wall, and then my 3D printer is sticking out. So, and that's on a cantilevered, that's like on a 4-link suspension. So this slides in and out. That one comes up out of the bottom like a 4-link on a like on a race car.
Right. Right.
So, but
I feel like I'm watching the Jetsons.
yeah, but and then like you see down here, you can't really tell, and I'm not going to pull it all out. But this is a foldable step, so that thing flips out and drops down in front of the blast cabinet, and then I can take the pedal, put it on it, climb up here because I'm too short for it now, and I can use the blast cabinet at the right height.
Are you doing soda blasting or are you doing glass?
I do like I have crushed up charcoal. I got some glass, broken glass that and sand in there, and I take clean up the metal, and I get it ready to paint if it gets rusty or anything. So that's what I use it for.
Are you able to show how that step works? I'm
Yeah,
curious
sure.
about that.
Okay, give me a second, and I'll do that. I got to go get something. So this is the next thing I'll show you. When I shoot YouTube videos, I created this thing, but I got my cars in here, so I gotta get to it. I gotta shove it out of the way so I can reach it. Okay, there we go. Now let me put my phone on here.
I think we almost lost you.
No, I'm here. I just had to go like that. That's all right. No worries.
It could be me, but I think you're cutting in and out.
No, it's just you.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah, I can hear him fine.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here. I'm just getting the video so I can show you that now. By the time I turn it around, I'll forget what you asked me to show you. Okay, here we go.
He wanted to see the foot pedal come down.
Okay, yeah, there we go. All right, so let me get that. All right, let's see. I guess I got to do it here, but let me. All right, hold on. Flip this the other way. All right, so this comes out like this. I guess it'd be easier if I just move this out of the way. Hold on one second. Trying to do it with one hand is going to be. I'm definitely going to bust up my fingers.
Tell you what, Mike, we'll talk for a second while you use both hands.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
got
Okay.
it. Now here we go. So now you can see it, right? It tucks in on the side. And what happens is you grab it like this, because otherwise I can't show it to you. Grab it like this, you pull it out, right? And then if you see it, kind of goes like that,
Yeah.
right? So that flips down. I got to put it down to pull the legs down. The legs are on magnet, and I'll show it once it's. I'm going to do a video on this one day, so you'll see the whole thing. But okay, there we go. Okay, so now you see it was folded up over there, but now it's right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then I just take the foot pedal and I just twist it around, put it there, and then I can climb up on the blast cabinet and use.
Kind of like those steps they have on trucks now, where you open
Yeah,
the
yeah.
door and it
But
pops out.
I had no room, so this thing I had to figure out a way to fold it up
Yep.
because I can't leave it there because the laser's got to come out.
Your shins will be eat up, torn
Yeah,
up.
and I have no place to even to put a stool. Look at the walls. I mean, every inch is taken up with something. So
So
I
what's
know
your
how I know how you feel. I worked out of a 18 by 24 shop for
I'm gonna fold this back up.
10 years and
Yeah.
was doing like 150, 200 vanities a month
Wow.
out of that little shop.
Well,
what's
my
It
first
was
shop
actually
was. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
it was
what's
actually a combination of it was that 18 by 24 shop, and then I bought a 12 by 24 uh garage thing where they bring on a rollback and use that to do all my finishing in.
Wow. My first shop was 10 feet by 13 feet. I
Hmm.
had the 40-inch lathe. I had a Bridgeport. I had it was cram packed. My first shop that was as tight can be. But I'll give you so these things you saw on the wall. My whole dust collection system is controlled by Alexa, and these are little $14 valves that I bought on Amazon. Let me see if I can activate one for you without doing all the whole voice thing. Oh, there we go. Okay, see? So if I say, Alexa, activate sander. So you can see it flips the valve on, start pumping the Alexa, deactivate sander. So it turns on the vacuum, opens all the appropriate valves across the shop, and would turn this thing on if I just didn't unplug it. Got the milling machine, and this is a cold saw that I put on a little slide so I can slide it out and use it. It's cutting metal, and everything's on wheels. The flex station, the grinder, the milling machine. Got my welding station here. I got to move my friend here out of the way because he's. I want to show you the table. All right, come. All right. So I've got a rotary table connected to my steel fabrication table, which is small. Alexa, table up. So this thing is something I worked on for about 5 years.
Set the valve to the up position.
Yeah, I know.
When you
And
gave that
so,
command, my voice activated companion said that she couldn't find any device named table.
yeah, that happens to me all the time. But so what happens is then you see this thing comes up out of the way. It's got 3 cylinders on the bottom, a really big one, and then 2 small ones. And then this thing is magnetic. So let me get a piece of metal, something, anything. Oh, there we go. So you flick it on and you can't move it now. It's stuck on the table. And it used to be it had a like an Allen wrench underneath that you had to twist, engage it and disengage it. But I took this whole thing and I used I don't even know if you can see it. I used rotary actuators and some of it you probably can see. I don't know. No, you can't. Really. Here we go. Yeah. So you can see the cylinders under there. So this big cylinder drives a rotary actuator, which turns the hexagon key that engages the magnet and disengages it. Now I just got these Alexa buttons. I just hit them and it'll activate the magnet. So when I'm grinding, this stuff won't move. And then when I don't need the table, I just put it out of the way. And believe it or not, that table's on wheels too. I've got my fume extractor, tool balancers. I got a crane that goes clear across the garage to the other side. And then this is the good stuff here. This is a soundproof room. You can see the door soundproof. So these doors are really, really heavy. And then in here, I've got 7.5 horsepower compressor. I've got my CNC machine, which started as a router. But if you look at it now, it's set up as a plasma cutter, right? So I've got the plasma head there. I've got a vibratory engraver here. And this thing is a dual chamber water table that I built. These are usually only on like $500,000 machines, the big ones. But if I want to put water in the machine, now I have it disconnected. Hang on a second. So I'm doing maintenance on this. Yeah, here we go. Oh, yeah, I'm doing maintenance, so it has no water in it. So I can't even show you the water table. Okay, anyway, so when I'm done doing plasma, this head comes off. It's got a quick change, everything unplugs. And then when I pull this out underneath, I got a hydraulic lift table. I've got the original router head on a quick change axis that I made with a laser, a JTech laser, which I keep covered so the optics stay clean. And so I can do, let me just take that off. Okay, there we go. And now you can see the router and the laser side by side. So you can route and engrave or plasma cut and engrave. And all the JTech photonic stuff is here. That goes right in. And then underneath that, you see this thing covered with wood. That's a vacuum table. So you jack it up on the hydraulic lift table, slide it right over the water table, and now it's a 3-axis router. Wood. And then you take, if you have it set up like this, you take the slat table, comes out. And there's a 4-axis that just drops right in. It's on a self-centering slide. So you can drive the head stock and the tail stock in and out on the self-centering slide. And that drops right into there. And so that's where I made that 4-axis thing. And all the controls and everything for it are here. Plasma cutter, fume extractor, the the air filtration system. I got a lift to pull the heads out when I need them, and pretty much everything I need.
Tumbler.
What's that?
Tumbler.
Yeah, got to have a tumbler if you're doing plasma cutting, because that stuff comes out and saves you time in grinding and cleaning. Just throw it in the tumbler for 3 hours, and that's it. So let me close this up. And these doors close. And I live in an HOA neighborhood, so when I'm doing steel engraving, you can hear that machine over a quarter of a mile away. But with those doors closed, you don't hear anything. And then I got my toolbox in the car. Got my cars, and I got some more equipment over here. I've got all my supplies here, kind of organized as well as I can.
As well as he can.
Yeah. And then I got a Harbor Freight press that I've modified a lot. Got like a thing to lift the Harbor Freight to lift it so I can get this stuff in and out. I put an air over hydraulic jack on it, so now it's air powered. I got a foot pedal on it. And this thing is a frame bender, like that goes for bending frames for like race cars, and it's meant to fold up and fit inside a race trailer. So I can do I can do stuff like, oh, here, and this is just my decorations. Some of the stuff I've done on the plasma and the engraver. You see, did this tree of life with all this engraving. Took me a year to draw this, and then 2 days to cut it. But I got my hot water heater. I got wrapped in gears. I'm kind of a gearhead. I've got I made this gear shelf to display all this crap that I got. And then I even got stuff on the ceiling. When I say I don't have room, I don't have room. There's stuff everywhere. So I even got my Tesla chargers up on the ceiling because I got no room to mount them. And I put a little tool balancer on them so that I can just disconnect them and pop them up like a gas pump. That's it. Oh, and let's see, the last part. You don't even see it. I've got like a quarter of the garage storage I have over the garage doors. I've got shelves over the garage doors. And I built these things out of bike hoists. So I can lift stuff up and put it back down without busting my back that I already have, plates and screws in. I think that's it. Oh, my fan. I know, Bill, I don't think I showed you the fan. You've seen it before, but this is something I did because I got no room to have a rotary fan except for the overhead one. But by me, I got Alexa, turn on garage fan.
Okay.
So I've got a fan, but it can't oscillate. So what I did was I put a rotary link from a turbine so that it can rotate. And then the wind, it just blows itself in a circle. So it circulates air around the garage. Alexa, turn off garage fan. I think that's it. Yeah. I know some of you guys have seen this, so I don't want to take up too much time.
No.
I've seen
Right.
it before, but I don't ever get tired of it. I'll tell you that. It impresses me every time I see it.
Well, it's what I do. I'm retired, so I just do stuff in my garage. That's it.
I've always liked the fact that you decorate as you go.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
yeah, I needed lights in the garage, right? I needed lights. So instead of putting up regular lights, I took, like LED lights and I decorated them. I made them look like this. I put I airbrushed these Halloween decorations. And
I saw that.
yeah, this one's giving you the finger. And then I did a snake over my TV, same kind of thing. I airbrushed that. And then this one, I have an Indiana Jones way up there. I don't know if you can see him. And then I engraved all that stuff in steel, and I put snakes. Why did it have to be snakes?
Yeah.
No.
Keep the
Very
rats
cool.
out.
Yeah, right, exactly. But yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's it. To me, it's just a regular garage. It's just I add something every time I have a minute.
It's just a regular garage, he says.
Yeah.
I can't wait for the garage sale.
I can wait, Bill. I can
Yeah.
wait. You know that.
Yes, yeah. Yeah.
I'm surprised you don't do work for Disney's automotion department, whatever they call it.
My neighbor across the street was an Imagineer for 29 years. And during COVID, he lost his job, believe it or not.
Oh
Now he
man.
sells cars. Yeah, now he sells cars. But he, yeah, I didn't want to turn what I did because when I was young, I liked auto mechanics, and then I became an auto mechanic, and I hated it. So I try not to turn a hobby into a job because
Yeah, when it starts to become a job, it's not fun anymore. It's not a
no, it's not fun anymore. No. Give me a second, guys. I got to just jump off for 1 second.
Sure.
Give me a second.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when I first got started into cabinet making industry and woodworking and stuff. It was got up every day looking forward. Thinking about going to bed that night, thinking about what you're going to get done the next day. And then
Yep.
after about 40 or 50 years of that, It's kind of like, not dreadful, but you're not necessarily jumping out of bed and running to the shop
Yeah.
anymore.
Wow. I've been to Mike's house and seen that shop in person, and literally you cannot turn your head without seeing something new that you never saw the last time.
What's his YouTube channel?
One more time.
His YouTube channel?
My Garage Shop, I believe. I'll look it
It's
up and
my
I'll put.
garage. If you go to my website, mygarageshop.com, my videos and my YouTube and everything you can get from there, because it's my garage shop channel or something. But yeah, give me one more second. I got to
Yeah,
finish up.
I'll put the link up in a second to your channel.
I found it.
Well, then you can put it up in the chat for the folks who are listening.
Oh, well, maybe you should, because I'm on my other phone looking at it now.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
There it is. My Garage Shop channel.
Yeah.
And I will put the
And
link
there's a
in the
shop
chat.
tour. If you look at the shop tour, you'll see the old where the blast cabinet was and everything. And on my to-do list, sometime this year, I'll be making, maybe early next year, I'll be making a new YouTube video with a new shop tour. But I just haven't had the moment.
Fair enough. There's plenty of stuff I don't have time for. What's up, Tally?
Hey, what's going on? How you been? Good. Okay.
We've all been good, yeah. I'm claiming that for everybody.
We're going to be sailing past Tampa next month. I'm not really sure when, though. We're going to run down to the Keys.
Okay.
Maybe I'll try to holler at you again next time I go by.
That's absolutely.
There's
Yeah.
somewhere's on the south side of Marathon Keys. There's a big fort out on one of the keys there.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very tip of the Keys. We're going to go down there for a week and then turn around and come back up.
Okay. Yeah. You have to come up on the Atlantic coast. Up by me.
Oh, you're on the Atlantic side?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, hate to say, but I'm not. I'm going to stay on the Gulf side. You got to remember, I'm not a sailor. I'm a guy that owns a sailboat. Big difference.
Yeah.
Do they have YouTube out there
Do I have YouTube?
on your boat?
Oh, no,
so you can learn how to sail?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, unfortunately, you usually get too far away from land to use Wi-Fi or.
You got to get a Starlink Mini.
Yeah. If I was rich like you, maybe, but I'm a poor guy.
I wouldn't say I'm rich. I wouldn't say I'm rich. I've just been doing this I've been working since I was 11. I'm 66, so I've been
Right.
doing this a long ass time.
No, I just choose not to spend the money right now. I don't mind not having YouTube or Netflix or anything else.
Especially when you're out there relaxing,
Especially that's why I bought a sailboat, to go out and relax and not have to worry about all that.
Yep.
What size is your sailboat there?
41 foot.
That's a good size.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Sailing takes
Hey,
me away.
See, what you go ahead to do is just make
who
a
just
trip
said
all
he's
the
not
way
rich
around.
like me? 41 foot. Hold on.
Make a trip all the way around and pick up each one of us and take us on a trip around the American continent.
As
Back.
long as it's not a 3-hour tour.
Well,
Yeah.
it's been pretty close to the 3-hour tour already. Yeah, I had a couple of exciting encounters. I was out by myself. The autopilot quit working. Got 35 to 45 knot winds. Luckily, I'd pulled in the main, but I left my Genoa completely out. And the whole speed on that vessel is 7.5 knots. I got it up to 9.5 knots, but I've got about 3 foot of freeboard, and the water was on the deck because my boat was leaning about 45-degree angle.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be much help. I'd be throwing up the whole time.
Yeah, it'd be me throwing out the Dunzel. It's an old Star Trek reference.
Right.
A sail that has no purpose.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember.
Barry,
I'm back.
have you ever came up to St. Augustine and set off the coast of Matanza Bay?
No, I haven't. The furthest north I've been on the Atlantic side was Miami, because that's where I bought the boat.
Okay.
So I got out of Biscayne Bay and sailed real close to the coast so I could avoid the Gulf Stream.
Mm-hmm.
But one of my bucket list items is to actually sail the Gulf Stream all the way up New York, cut in New York, demast, go down the Hudson, across to the Great Lakes, and
Nice.
down to Tennessee, the Ohio, the Mississippi rivers, all the way back to the Gulf.
Yep.
The Erie Canal is pretty nice.
Yeah.
Uh,
At a 60 or 59-foot mast, so I have to take the mast down to get to the Erie.
Mm.
yeah, like I said, the Erie Canal. It's not. There's an old song where they say they call it the Erie Canal in there. But yeah.
There you go,
That
Callie.
would-
I'll pick you up on the way, and then we'll ride up to see Bill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hey, I'm
Well,
down.
don't forget about me. I'm on the way.
Where you at, Scott, again?
North Carolina, East Coast of North Carolina.
There you go.
I'm in Orlando, so I don't think you can sail in and see me.
No,
You can
that's
you can follow Blackbeard's what do you call it? His chart where if you can find his charts where he sailed up and down the coast, he'd come right through North Carolina.
It would take some doing, but I think we could get up in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan there, or near where Kurt is.
Yep.
Lower Peninsula, anyway.
that's what. Oh, Kurt is in Michigan.
Yeah, I'm in Grand Rapids.
Okay. All right. Oh,
Yeah.
that's up. That's ooh.
Grand Rapids, right on one of the lakes.
Well, about 30 minutes from Lake Michigan.
Yeah, and I'd have to go through one of the lakes there. I would have to go through. I could go through all three, but I want to go into Canada if I go up there, and I can't remember which lake I skipped doing that.
You
It
can
sounds
go
like
through
the
all.
CNC tour is about to happen.
You can go through all the lakes up here.
Yeah, but if I go into Canada, it kind of that northerly route through Canada on the Great Loops, it takes you around one of the lakes. Which one's
Oh, well, there's Lake Erie in Ontario, then you have Lake Huron in Michigan, and then Lake Superior, and you can get to all of them via the waterway.
Yeah.
That's quite a bit of sailing.
Yeah, I was trying to think.
You did all this. You just decided to go out buy a sailboat and do this. I mean, of course you did your homework. I'm not doubting that, but I mean, without any formal sailing training.
You would be correct, sir.
Come up the
Ooh.
Mississippi River, go to Duluth, into St. Lake Superior, and that way you can get them all.
Yeah. But I can't sail up the Mississippi. That's the problem. The current in the Mississippi runs 9-10 knots most of the time, especially on the lower river, and that sailboat won't motor up that speed. I was trying to look, and I can't find it right now. I'd have to open up my Savvy Navy app. But I thought, don't they have a waterway that crosses Florida right there by Orlando?
Well, they used to have the Cross Florida Barge Canal, but I think they closed that up.
No, there's another one that people talk about when they do the Great Loop. I can't do it because my sails are too tall. But there's one. I'm trying to find it now.
You know, Barry, I bet if you ask real nice, Mike could fab you up a nice paddle wheel and you could go up the Mississippi.
Yeah.
He put gears on it
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, right. Oh, there are plenty of gears, that's for sure.
Have a turbine
I just
with
discovered
the
the most
wind turning
important way.
or use the actual current of the river to turn it.
Hey
Paddle wheel.
y'all, it's Whitney. Happy New Year. Hi, I'm Whitney, and I'm a sports spastic, contributing Wally.
What is that?
I
That's
do not.
was that your wife, Kurt? No, you know what I was thinking about was that Lake Okeechobee ICW right there.
Yeah.
But that's way south of Orlando.
Uh,
I just looked it up.
There was a guy who wrote fantasy that was based in Florida, and one of the zombie things, the Lake Okeechobee, they had ogres and zombies down at there.
oh,
I can't remember the name of that series. It was really good.
Only you. Only you.
Something about a chameleon too. Anyway, it was a good series.
Yeah.
Lake Okeechobee. Uh, Strange thing. Tally, I saw you making jack-o'-lantern boxes today.
Mhm.
Faces.
Yeah. Yeah, I got home early and decided to put the machine to work. It's been down for 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yep.
I,
You were doing that on the Shopbot or on the Blue Elephant?
I was doing on the Blue Elephant.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
talking about where you put the little tea candles in them?
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think I saw those on Facebook. The only thing I've seen from you lately, Tally, on Facebook is sitting inside of a crane.
Man, I've been busy working in the crane. They building new subdivisions. They just started up three new ones. So
You
we've been
know,
starting a lot of deals with those.
working for a living must be hell.
Yeah, I hate
Yeah.
it.
I hated it till I didn't have to do it anymore. Then it was like,
But
okay, I'm good. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
that's the only way I can afford my toys, though.
Yeah. Been
Yeah.
there. Speaking of toys, you just recently repaired your Shopbot.
Yes, I did.
Tell
Uh,
us. Tell us.
so this is
Old control board.
that's the old control board right
Um,
there. So
was
that
that the version 1 and they had you updated or what?
no, that's they sent me the wrong one. So I don't think they changed them. It didn't look different. They sent
They,
me the wrong one.
the original ones they won't support anymore. So
Oh,
they changed the models on some of those control boards
right.
because I had to
So
get a whole new setup myself.
yeah. So that right there, that was a fluke. Whatever happened to that, I don't know. Something spiked it. Um,
Send that to Steven.
I changed. Yeah, I should. I should change. I should send it to him. So I changed that out, and then after I changed that out and got it the running, the limit switch broke on the X-axis, and they wanted to charge me $60 for a limit switch and $15 to ship, and I was like, I don't think so. So
I broke the limit switches on my Shopbot the first week I owned it.
really?
The first week, and
Yeah.
I've never gotten new limit switches, and I've used it 15 years now.
Okay. Yeah.
I
So
mean, with Shopbot you don't home it, so why bother?
I when it broke, I didn't even home it. But I went out and bought some of these. Um, I bought the 6 millimeter, uh, 6 millimeter proximity switches, and then I 3D printed a bracket to go on there, and then I added my own limit switch. So I have a limit switch on the X, and I have a limit switch on the Z. Um, So I got that up and running, and then last weekend I had to rewire my blue elephant. Um, it burnt out the wires, and which I thought that shorted out my contactor. That right there,
Yeah.
240 volt. Um, so I had one of the contacting wires pretty much burnt out. So I just changed the switch and everything and bought a new contactor and went to 14 gauge. I don't know why they wired it with, I think they wired it with like 22 gauge or something like that. But I mean, it worked for what, 7 years without any problem. But I decided it was time for upgrade. So I put 14 gauge wire on it and fired it up
Usually,
Saturday.
usually when the contactor goes, they kind of weld together.
Yeah. Yeah. This one. So I found out. I'm gonna test this one. I'm gonna test this one because this one still it's still plunge, but I did find out once I checked it, I ohmed out the main wire that goes right there. That wire had broke continuity, and it broke inside the actual. It broke somewhere in the inside the strip, so
Yeah.
it wasn't noticeable, but it was the only thing that didn't have continuity. So what this wasn't getting any power at all. So like I say, I just took the wires out and rewired it. Yeah.
At 22 gauge, it's surprising that it didn't burn through a whole lot sooner. What kind of amperage are you pulling through?
That well, this one right here, this was 32 amp. My spindle, the machine itself pulls probably about 30 something amps because the spindle itself pulls like 15 amps. It's a 6 horsepower spindle. Yeah.
And it was 22 gauge?
Yeah, it was 22 gauge. It was small. It was thin. It was I don't even know if I kept a piece of it. Um
Because I'm not an electrician, but don't you need like 12 gauge or
Yeah.
14 gauge? Isn't it
Yeah.
something like that, 12 or 14?
And you said you had it on a 30 amp circuit breaker?
I got it on a 40.
You know, you should be really pleasantly surprised you didn't start a fire.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna look it up on my calculator, my wire calculator.
Yeah.
But I want
I
to,
know
because
14 gauge a whole I want to say like 18 amps or something like that.
yeah, it's pretty small. So 20 gauge shouldn't be rated for anything more than like a 12-volt circuit.
Yeah. So it was very thin wire. And what it did was it ran to the e-stop. It ran to the e-stop. And then
Oh,
it came from the e-stop to the switch.
all right. So it wasn't running 120 volts. All you were doing is using it as
Oh, it's 240 on there. That switch is 240.
that switch has 240 to it.
Oh yeah, it's 240.
E-stop has 240.
Yes, it does.
It's not a signal wire.
It goes in and it comes out. So one leg is 120.
Yeah, you really don't want to touch that too much, do you?
Yep. One leg is 120. The
And
way they did the machine, instead of putting the way they did it, they used a momentary switch to trigger the relay.
wow.
They use this as the relay.
All right. So 22
Go ahead.
4-wire PTFE insulated. It can be run up to 600 volt AC, but only at 6 amps.
Yeah.
So I'd have to run the calculation to figure out what it should be for 120 volts.
Yeah. So they use this as
Wow.
a relay, and they use the. What did I do with the other switch?
All right. So at a 20 gauge wire, 20 gauge, not 22, is rated for about 3.5 amps for safe continuous use, and 5 amps in conduit under ideal conditions at 120 volts. I never knew that.
Let me show you.
Because electrical code doesn't allow you to do that, I don't think.
Well,
So it goes to the contactor. It goes straight from the e-stop to the contactor.
so what it does is the e-stop is used as the off switch only. It's used as the off switch only. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So what happened is, unlike your on and off switch on the machine, it has a momentary switch. When you push that momentary switch, it engages this contactor and turns the machine on. When you hit the e-stop, it shuts the machine down. Everything. The whole machine shuts down. Now, I have another e-stop that just wired to my actual controller. So it just shuts the controller down and the motors. So that's the way they wired up. But that power that's going to that e-stop is 240. So you're going 240 and you looping into the switch, which is 240 and is normally open, and then it loops out and go back to the bottom of this.
why would they use 240 to control a controller, a contactor? That doesn't make, whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense to me.
I don't know, but that's what it. Let's see if you can see it.
Well, pull it in a little closer. Go to the other side. No,
Out of focus.
that side.
There you go.
Is it actually carrying 240 volts?
Yep.
Hold it up
Wow.
there. Say something so you go back.
Y'all need to stop talking while he's holding it, and Taylor needs to talk.
So you'll see at the top it say 240, 230.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
but is it carrying that? Is it actually carrying that?
Yeah. And when you read it, it's 240. It's 120 on each leg. Yeah. If you touch it, you'll be doing the Harlem Shake.
The Harlem Shake, that's a good one.
Like them kids break dancing on TikTok.
Yeah. So that's what I was dealing with over the weekend. Yeah, I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, that's just the way it is. So I wasn't gonna try to reinvent the wheel. I just needed it working. So
This was Blue Elephant, not Shopbot.
Right, it's the Blue Elephant.
Yeah. The limit switch on your the Shopbot is sketchy as all get out.
Yes, it is. I've never seen anything. I've never seen anything like that. I don't even know why they went that route. I really don't. When the other machines has proximity switches on it.
The other machines are probably made later.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it was just so much easier to just put the proximity switch on there. this is pretty much what I made to go on there. So this piece, let's go this way. This piece slides on the Z rack, and then I put the limit switch inside here. So really, I didn't have to, alter anything. I just added to it, and it worked fine. And I just, wired it back up into input 3.
Was it your Z you broke?
Huh?
Was it the Z limit switch you broke?
No, it was the X. The desktop don't come with a Z limit.
I wouldn't know. I've never used the limit switches on the Shopbot.
Well, I mean, if it, you would know if you send it in the home series. If it don't crash, it got a limit switch.
I've never homed my machine.
Yeah. What year is your desktop?
I'm gonna say I bought it in around 2010. It was when it first came out.
It may not have a limit switch on it. They didn't.
It did. I broke it off. Like I said, the first time I used it, or second or third time I used it, I barely ever used it.
On the Z?
Broke it off.
No,
I want to say it was
the
on
desktops
X.
didn't come with a limit switch on the Z. They only had X and Y.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I mean, I'll be glad to take a picture of it time I go out there.
Yeah.
I'll post it on this
because they offered a upgraded kit to put a limit on the Z. They didn't start putting them on the Z until I think.
I'm gonna pause my video for a minute,
go ahead.
and I'm gonna run out there and I'm gonna see.
Okay. Yeah. Because I thought that was just weird. I mean, why wouldn't you?
It's hard to imagine why certain shortcuts are taken, to getting a production machine together. You gotta. I'm sure they did a cost benefit analysis and said, yeah, we can get by without it.
But which is crazy, you go through all that. Hold on.
Back it up just a hair. Okay.
You go through all that to put inputs.
We're getting background noise from somebody.
You have five inputs. You put the inputs on your board.
Uh-huh.
But then you don't put a limit switch on all your axes. That's odd.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, limit switches are what? They're pretty much pennies on a dollar. I mean,
yeah. When I worked at Radio Shack, they're about $1.79. Yeah. Of course, that was 30 years ago.
Right.
Yeah.
At the very least, they could run them in daisy chain. They have just one input. At the very least.
Oh, okay. All right. So that looks like that's the x-axis. All right. Let me see the Z.
I don't know where the Z would be.
The Z would be on the Z-axis at the top.
Oh, no, I don't. Yeah, I do have a Z-axis one right here.
Okay, so see. Yeah. See, that's crazy.
I was looking for the Y-axis. Oh, there's my Y that's broke off.
Yeah, the Y is going to be at the front.
Right there.
Yep. That's interesting. So, and you bought yours brand new like that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but no, I broke it brand new like that.
So that means between 2007 on, they start adding. So mine's is older.
Interesting.
If you got, I got a hole in one. I got where if you zoom in, it says I got a cold beer on every hole, and put 4 balls in one of the ponds. Then I've been working on my turtle a little bit.
Let me see your turtle. What turtle? Oh, wait, is that hand carved?
No, this is carved. That's going to be a shell. So
Okay.
I'm carving it now. I had to re-epoxy it so his head will be inlaid. You can kind of see the marks for the inlay.
Yeah.
So his head will be inlaid in right there.
Oh, okay. All right.
What else? I don't know if I ever showed you guys the piggy bank.
What is that? A dinosaur?
Yeah, but it's a piggy bank.
Oh.
So my shop is a hot mess at the moment. Here, let me see if I can pick it up. So the coins go down the
That's
slide.
nice. I like that.
Yeah. Now that's an old idea. That somebody else came up with the idea. I just made him.
Okay.
Yeah. What else? I haven't been doing much else. You guys saw the Santa Claus chair that fits in the Kia.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah. This is I'm ashamed to walk around my shop at the moment. So this is
a press.
Yeah, now this one's 3D printed, but I'm not happy with it. I'm gonna recarve it.
Okay.
And put it on a shield. So yeah, right now my shop is a hot mess.
You haven't seen mine.
Yeah. Well, the cabinets, I got to finish those.
So
this is actually,
I got so much crap in my shop. It's ridiculous.
Another cabinet there, another cabinet there, another cabinet underneath all that. Yeah. You think your shop's bad? Here, I'll show you bad. Lumber leaning against tables. It's all my cutoffs from cabinet building. Garbage can needs emptying. It's a hot mess in here. I bought 3 barrels. I'm going to do some work on.
Okay.
Or fill them up with wine or mash or something.
They used to have mash. This one hopefully is going to be gone. This is actually a full-size bed. The frame for the full-size bed. Yeah, actually, here I'll show you what I'm going to do with one of the barrels. So I'm sure you guys have seen where they CNC the inside of the barrel lid.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I'm going to do with one of them. Is I'm going to cut it off here, and then CNC on the inside of the barrel lid.
Yeah.
Another need to go to wood burn pile, and then I'm going to take. And you guys saw that table I did, right?
I did.
The live edge. Okay. Well, this is going to be cedar live edge tabletop with a hole for a hibachi grill. So it'll sit down in there. So that's the plan for that barrel. The other 2, I don't know what I'm going to do with yet.
Well, if you make that trip up through, you can go over Niagara Falls in it.
Yeah. I don't know. You know, you guys haven't seen the full me. I don't know if I could fit in those barrels.
I'm pretty sure I couldn't.
Oh.
All right. Let me turn that off. Oh, and then the guy that I bought the boat from, that was all in the anchor locker. It was completely full. He had 37. Oh, may have lost it.
You're still with us.
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry then. I didn't mean to say that. He had 37 life vests on board that sailboat.
He made sure he
37.
weren't getting no ticket.
Huh?
He made sure he weren't getting no ticket, didn't he?
Yeah.
Well, they won't give you a ticket for not having on a boat that big. They don't give you tickets for not having life vests
Oh, really?
most of the time. Yeah, they don't even ask. I've had the Coast Guard stop me once, twice. So, oh, Callie, you never saw the kitchen table?
Mm-mm.
All right, hang on just a second. Let me move some stuff around real quick. Here, I'm just going to show you from.
Oh,
So it's all live edge, and it's wood that came off my property back here.
okay.
So it's all cedar.
That's nice.
Yeah. Except for it's got shit all over it right now.
Well, you got to talk while you're showing us stuff so that you stay the speaker.
Oh, right.
Oh, did it not show you? All right. So
We saw it. Yeah.
so now you can see it, right?
Yep.
So
As long as Kelly doesn't comment for a second.
Oh, my bad.
yeah, that's the table. So I don't know if there's important stuff up here or not, but yeah, it's all epoxy and cedar and live edge.
Beautiful.
And eventually I'm going to build custom chairs for it. And it's got a replaceable top so I can put my poker table there as well. Oh, here you go, Tally. I don't like showing my 3D printing very often, but I showed the other guys a little bit earlier. Here, I'll take this.
Is that Anubis? Yep.
What happened to him?
I think we lost him.
Did he go through the Stargate?
Must have.
I think he was talking about his phone dying earlier. Was he saying that?
He's in the other dimension with Bigfoot.
He picked it up and just vanished.
Yeah, it was kind of like me with those lights earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys may have missed that, but it was impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'll tell you, I'm more I think about it, the more I think a set of these lights is going in the machine.
Let me see him.
Did you post that link, Bill, in the chat or no?
I think I did, but I'm not sure. Anyway, this little tiny let me see how I can get me as the speaker. Sometimes it doesn't work for me. I'll just put it on multi-speaker. So little tiny thread, maybe 18 gauge, 20, gauge
Right.
wire. These are all LEDs, thousands of them. Anyway, this one is green, and apparently when I plug it in, because of the green screen effect, I disappear.
Oh, wow.
But very, very bright lights. I'm gonna adjust the background so y'all can see.
You look like Obi-Wan Kenobi. Lit up like that.
Yeah. Luke. Yeah. Luke, use the fork. Get you some. Anyway. Pretty cool. But imagine a string of these, beneath the gantry.
Oh yeah.
In white or, whatever color works for you.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch of those.
Yeah, I have to make sure I color coordinate it with my shop, Bill. It can't clash with my shoes.
Well, that's the old style, Tally.
Yeah, I got I see what you're saying. Those what they call, that's like the silicone type.
Yeah, it's like silicone with a an adhesive strip on the back. I mean, it's tiny. Compare it to my finger.
Right. Oh, okay.
Looks like weed eater string.
Yeah, and there's literally, like, when it's lit, you can see these little dots all along here. I mean, they're tiny. There's literally thousands of LEDs along the length of this thing.
Do they come in RGB or they just come in single colors?
So far, I've only seen single color, but if they have an RGB addressable, that's going to kill it. You know,
Take over neon.
that would
Send
be
me the link.
awesome.
Send me the link. I need to put some in my 3D printer.
Yep. So I read off the name of the product before, and it's Strix, Strix.
Tricks.
McTwist Noctua, Noctua, Noctua Glow.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna just type that because otherwise. But I got it from. This might be easier. I got it from ReadyMadeRC.com.
Ready made RC.
When you go into shopping, if you Google it, Strix Noctua Glow, it comes up under Ready Made RC.
Yep.
Okay, I got it. Let me see what they have here.
Now you need to put that on one wing of your aircraft so you know which direction you're flying.
That's what we do. We fly but we fly at night.
Oh, so well, how do you know which direction?
Well, you lay up, I mean, there's 6 foot of this stuff, and I got 3 different colors. You just lay up a design on the plane.
The color.
Oh,
The color.
Do it like a boat.
Green and red is your direction. Like, what is it? When you facing, I think green is on the
red right return.
On the right.
That's when you
red right
is on the
return.
left.
Right.
Yeah.
But you know
we're-
that's actually different in some countries.
We're
It's
not
actually
limited by
opposite.
convention with RC. You can do it any way you want.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Until the FAA finds out. So let me see if I can find a quick night flyer video.
Man, these are nice. Okay.
So there's a guy who's using similar lights to LED lights to what you were just showing in the roll, but his are RGB LEDs, and I'm going to share the video real quick.
Okay. I like these.
So now we know where all those UFO sightings are coming from
so here we go.
Bill's flying club at Flying at Night.
So they use 12 volts.
Yep. Y'all see the video I'm sharing?
Yeah, I see
that is cool.
Some of the stuff he's doing. These are RGB addressable. So he can set up different patterns and things like that in the air. But in pitch black, oh my goodness.
Looks like a Firebird.
So I live out in the country and I was flying out in
I'd report that to the UFO.
Yeah. I was flying out in the back pasture one night, and the folks down the road from me were having a little cookout in the backyard. You know, they had a fire pit going, and I could hear them because they're far enough away that I could hear them, but not far enough away that I could see them. Anyway, that's what that plane looks like during the day.
That's nice.
Yeah. But I could hear, oh my God, what is that? What is that fly? Oh, did you see that thing in there? You know, somebody says, go get a gun.
Oh, no.
I decided it was time to land. So, yeah.
Well, what you have to do, Bill, is make one that looks like a UFO and put some crazy lights on it. And just fly it around.
Oh, I did that all over New Jersey last summer.
Ah.
Yeah. You remember when we had those sightings? That wasn't me.
Wait, I think Cash Patel wants to hear you say that again. What was it, Bill?
No. That wasn't me. Anyway, this is night flying. It's one more of the many ways we entertain ourselves with radio control aircraft.
How long are those strips?
the one I showed you is 6 foot.
Okay. Okay.
They have them in different lengths. I'm not sure if they sell them by the roll.
Right.
But if they did, I would buy one. They come with a JST connector,
Okay.
female, on them, so you can just plug right in, or you can. They make also a connector that plugs into the binding plug, or not binding plug, the balancing plug of a lithium polymer battery pack or whatever. So I've also got one that splits into 3. So if I wanted one for the left wing, one for the right wing, and one for the body, plug them all into one input, and it would.
Can you just cut them off to whatever length you need, or you got to be careful where you cut them?
There are spots every 1.5 inches or so on here that have
solder joints.
Solder joints.
Yeah.
So as long as you cut them there, you can, glue or solder several of these together, interrupt them, go off in different directions.
I think I'm gonna
Put
order
that on your
something like
Christmas
3.
tree this year. Decorate your Christmas tree this year with it, Bill. And
Well, it would be low. It would be low power as far as power consumption went. DC, so not really a bad thing. I don't know how much heat they would generate, but I don't think it's going to be much.
that would be
Actually,
the only concern I would have, because a lot of people have a live tree.
yeah. I'm
Or
going to let
green. It's not
these run
alive, but
for a
it's
minute
green.
or two.
Yeah.
These are blue. This one. It also has that disappearing effect. But it doesn't seem to be.
Like a hologram.
Yeah.
Most what's a 10 milliwatt? They don't generate very much heat. I looked it up at once upon a time.
So I just draped these over my neck, and I could feel it. It was warmer than ambient, than skin temperature. But I'm holding it in my hand. Well, you can't tell, but I'm holding it in my hand, and I don't really feel anything. So I had to get to a sensitive part of my.
I think the older lights that you wrapped around your Christmas tree generate more heat than LEDs do.
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of Christmas trees now come with LEDs.
Yeah.
I remember when I was young, they had the big old
bulbs.
Like bulbs. Yeah, literally bulbs.
And they're incandescent bulbs, and they generate a lot more heat for the power.
Right. Let me see if I can get a laser reading here. 91.7.
What is it?
Yeah, and that's pretty warm.
That's pretty warm, you said?
91.7 Fahrenheit.
It might have been my hand, though.
Oh, is that Fahrenheit or?
That was Fahrenheit. Let me try it on a separate surface. 74.4.
All right, that's more like it. Yeah.
All right, yeah. So it was picking up the back of my hand as well.
Yeah. You ever see the cubes where they do the alternating patterns through the LED cubes?
Yes.
So I actually did a
infinity
Christmas
mirror.
tree. So I did a Christmas tree using the same trick, right? Because you can have 4 different states: positive, positive, negative, 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 positive, positive, negative. And by using that math, you can actually set up a Christmas tree or a cube to do exactly the same trick. Run up and down one leg or multiple legs or multiple rows. So you set up your LEDs on rows, cathode and anode sides, on rows and columns. And it's a really, really slick way to build a Christmas tree. But it gets expensive.
Yeah. If Tally was just making all of those boxes today, the pumpkin boxes, jack-o'-lantern boxes. I imagine you could do a whole bunch of those boxes with this 6-foot strand. You did maybe what, eight faces or whatever. You could probably get all 8 faces out of this one strand. You just have to wire in a connector.
Right.
Each one, and now it's instead of a T candle, which can burn,
Mm-hmm.
you got an LED light, different colors.
Right.
Put
But
on a timer so it'll come on it after it gets dark.
Yep. You put a photo sensor on
Yep.
yep. Yeah, somebody walks by it turns on, woo,
it.
Bet you get a lot more for that then.
And
There you go,
Christmas, you can
Michael.
change it. Christmas, you can change it out to Santa Claus and come up and say ho
Uh,
ho ho.
Yep.
I was thinking Michael needs to do that with a skeleton that he's working on. Attach it to the servos so it moves and jumps when.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I would scare the hell out of somebody and they fall.
Yeah.
Bye, Kurt.
A porch pirate would sue you for scaring them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, fellas,
All right.
it's 9
Yeah.
o'clock, and
Oh,
we talked about a lot of cool stuff this time. I'm looking forward to putting this one on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I got to show Tally my print room since I don't think I've ever showed it.
let me see.
Hang on. I got to come in here and turn the lights on. Oh, now let me turn the camera around so I don't show you the floor. Oh, no background.
Oh, wow.
You need to send one of those here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
No.
one to each of us, Bill.
Yes.
What is the last one? A H2D?
No, that's the K2
Oh, that's the K2.
reality.
Oh,
I wondered about that one. How is it?
You know, so Bamboo Labs started doing proprietary software, kind of like the Glowforge I mentioned. But mine are, I love the volume of it. There, let me see if I can do it. So you can see the difference in volume in it.
Mm-hmm.
So all the X1Cs are 10 by 10 cubed. This is, I think, 13 or 14 cubed.
Yeah.
Well, that's the new one. That's the new one.
Yeah, I think they have a newer one out from that one.
Yeah.
But that's it's kind of like what Bamboo Labs is doing now. They're making it where you have to use their slicer. So that's the only thing I don't like about it because I'm an Orca View guy, Orca slicer.
So wait, now, question. How is the print quality compared to the Bamboo Labs, and how is the speed compared to the Bamboo Lab?
I'm going to say exactly the same.
Okay.
The only thing K2 has is volume. And I have older Bamboo Lab printers, so I still use Orca Slicer. I've just never updated the firmware.
Mm-hmm. All right, because Creality is less expensive, if I recall.
I don't remember what I spent on that K2.
Yeah. Because there was the Creality and the Anycubic came out with one in that same kind of format, and I always wondered about that.
You know, the reason I didn't get the Anycubic is I wanted they have what's called the CMS versus AMS versus whatever, right? And I wanted to go more than 4 colors. So the Creality supported as many CMS units as you want. I actually have 2 CMS units for that. So I can print up to 8 colors.
But the Anycubic only supported 4?
I don't remember off the top of my head. I just remember it being an issue.
I think it supported up to 8, but I think that was it. It topped out at 8, and the Bamboo was more.
Yeah, well, the Bamboo,
I'd have to
all
look
my
it up
Bamboo,
again.
I only have a single AMS for every Bamboo.
Yeah.
So I can only print up to 4 colors on my Bamboo.
Well,
But
I remember Tally and I were talking about it when it was being offered as a Kickstarter project, and I almost pulled the trigger and got one.
You should have. They are excellent machines.
Yeah, the old X1 will do 12 colors. The new one does 24.
See, I've never tried to put all those AMS units back to back to try to boost colors.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm kind of pissed about the last, the second to last firmware update they did, they're forcing you to use Bamboo Lab Slicer. And it's super slow and clunky compared to Orca Slicer.
I got a
I don't have
question
no
about the.
problem with it. I don't have any issue with it. I've used Orca Slicer, but they're pretty much the same thing. Orca Slicer is just Bamboo
It
Lab pretty
looks
much
a lot the
it's the
same,
same. It's the
but I
same.
have had problems with the Bamboo Lab Slicer,
Yeah.
and maybe it's just a bias from using it so long that I've been using Orca Slicer since it came out.
It's been out about 4 years, maybe.
No, Orca Slicer's been out much longer than that. I'm going to say 6, 7, 8 years ago.
Well, Orca Slicer is the parent of the slicers that Bamboo
Well, there's three.
reality.
Yeah, there's three that came out originally. Was
FL Sun. Everybody is using Orca Slicer format.
Yeah.
They're building off of Orca Slicer.
Michael, you have a good night.
You have a good night, Michael.
Take it easy, guys.
Have a good one, Mike. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, I can't remember who the founding fathers were for slicers, but I mean, I had an old monoprice that I actually just gave away.
Okay.
And I don't know if you remember those. I had like a 4-inch cube,
really?
basically.
Okay.
Yeah, and you'd print. You level the bed, you put the glue down, everything else, and then you print for 12 hours or 24 hours, and then it would mess up and you'd have to restart.
Yeah, that's why I didn't care for 3D printing when it first kind of came out. I didn't really jump on board until Bamboo launched, because I had a Creality and I didn't like it. I didn't like.
I do like this one. I still like my Bamboo better because they're more reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah. What Bamboo Lab do you have?
I have an A1 Mini and I have the X1C.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm probably getting ready to pull the trigger on either the H2S or I'm waiting for the H2C.
What's the capacity on the H2S and H2C? Did they bump it up?
I want to say it's 13
cube.
Yeah. Yep, I want to say it's 13. Yeah.
And it still has the LiDAR and everything in it?
Yes. They will have I turn mine off. I don't care for it.
That's the one thing that sold me on it was the LiDAR.
It makes it to me, it makes it slow.
Well, it catches spaghetti monsters a lot faster for me.
Well, I don't deal with it because my A1 Mini, I hardly ever have spaghetti. And especially if you print with that cool plate, I love that cool plate.
Oh, the PEI plate you're talking about?
Yeah, I love that joke. Yeah. The blue one. I use the blue one.
Oh, I haven't tried that one yet.
It's nice.
Really?
When I say it's nice, it's nice. I mean,
so
you use that plate and you just turn your bed temperature down to 50. That's it. You turn off your plate detection on the A1C.
Yeah.
And man, I tell you what, it prints.
No glue, no brim.
Nope, no glue. You don't need no glue. You don't need no brim or anything. And I mean, it really holds. You cannot print. Let me tell you, you cannot print silk filament on it though.
Oh, really?
No, you can't print filament. Matter of fact, I got to repair mine. Mine broke last night because we was printing a series of stuff and we sent silk to it, and what it does, it doesn't adhere and it start rubbing and the filament still pushing out.
Yeah.
Backed up into the nozzle.
Gotcha.
I've got some useful information. Today I watched a video. There is a new filament in town that was developed for flexible sneakers, inside of sneakers.
Like the TPU.
like TPU, except better, and it can be used. Bamboo Lab has got their own version of it that's coming out that can be used in the AMS.
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
And it had a bunch of different characteristics than TPU, like you couldn't pull the layers apart,
Oh, nice.
like because it flows differently, so that it actually
Right.
merges into a one big conglomerate piece. But they did an interesting thing where they printed some of this inside a TPU, using the two different filaments together, and they came out with this really amazing structure. And it's lightweight, but I couldn't find it in my YouTube history, so
Well, if you find it, definitely post it.
yeah. But I saw it just today. It came across.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So
So
how does
yeah,
the cool plate work with PETG and stuff, or the
It
carbon
works with
fibers?
PETG. Yeah, it worked with everything. So matter of fact, hold on. Let me get the data sheet right quick. Give me a moment.
Yeah, Bill, if you find that, I'd love to see. I've printed in TPU, but I
yeah.
haven't done enough experimentation with the TPU to really be happy with it.
I wasn't impressed with TPU when I was printing with it.
Yeah. I did a phone
But I don't
case.
have an ender. I have an ender. I don't have a bamboo.
Well, Ender's an old product too, and they've done a lot of really nice things with the Enders.
Yep. Yeah.
Don't you? But you have to manually level your bed, right, on your Ender?
Yeah, but I don't have to do it often. Um,
Okay.
because I used a 1, 2, 3 block when I assembled mine, uh,
Uh,
and tightened down the cantilevered arm that the ender had. That made all the difference in the world. But nobody talks about that. They
Mm.
just throw it together. But part of the problem is that arm, unless you take the time to level it, it leans one way or the other. And so if you put a known gauge block on the platform while you're building it at the extreme end of the cantilever before you tighten the nuts down, it's golden. It prints good. And I've had it for about 3 years, and I think I've leveled the bed twice, maybe 3 times, re-leveled it because
right.
it stays. Go figure. But yeah.
As long
To
as you're
say
not in
about the
California
You know what
with
a
an
1, 2, 3
earthquake.
block is, right?
yeah,
Yep.
I have
Everybody?
a couple of them out there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have. Yeah. I got a couple of them. I keep.
Can't do any machining on my mill without a 1, 2, 3 block.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yep. But I don't know how many people thought to use that during the assembly.
Speaking of which, I bought a 12 inch. I had my veneer calipers on my boat, and they got rusted. So I went out shopping for another veneer caliper, and I bought a 12-inch one. Do you think it's going to be as accurate as a regular veneer caliper?
Should be.
Yeah.
If the company's reputable.
Well, shit, everything they make in veneer calipers today at reasonable price come out of China.
Well, then you better
Yeah.
measure. Use the gauge
Yeah.
block.
There you go.
Mhm.
Yeah, calibrate it with a gauge block and then measure.
Yeah.
It looks
Yeah.
like they'd have a way to calibrate your calibers with a block like that or something.
Yeah.
Well, you
Or
just
I
need
mean,
a
you can set it
ratio.
to say to 0, and it'll be like if you got your gauge blocks is 3 inches, you could set your caliber at that gauge block, and then set the calibers to 0, and then when you get 3 inches, it'll say 0. But I was talking about getting it calibrated to like 3 or 4 digits
mhm.
Yeah,
accurate.
there's no calibration on these, the last couple that I've owned. Yeah. That
Yeah.
would be nice to have some kind of little set screw or something you could calibrate it for gain or loss, over distance.
Yeah, it's same principle as having one ruler in the shop.
Yeah.
Everybody use this ruler when you're setting up your saws.
Yeah.
When you're calibrating your saws, you have a block and you
Well,
calibrate your calibers.
Hey, thanks for that, Tally.
You're welcome.
if you bought like a Starrett or a Mitutoyo, one of the big name brands that you use in the industry. They have certifications for those.
Yeah.
And you can send them in periodically to be
Calibrate.
certified.
Here, I went and got my new one.
Yep. But,
Let me see who it is. See, it doesn't even say. It just says,
Yeah, you
oh,
pretty much need
Ardell.
something that you could say, okay, this is our specs right here. It needs to be within this limit. Use this tool to calibrate everything.
I mean, it's
Or
pretty cheaply made. It's plastic casing instead of the old metal casing.
yep.
But I love the idea of it being 12 inches.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Well,
Cut something 12 inches
if
long
you're
and
doing
measure it and see
precision
if it
work
works.
and stuff, you're going to need to know your GD&T. And
all right, so you gotta educate me. What's GD&T?
General dimensions and tolerancing.
Okay.
But you've also, there's a lot more to it, because I mean, in order to make a precision part, you have to know that the reference is accurate. So when your calipers are at 3 inches, are they really at 3 inches? So lots of things like that. And same with the micrometers and everything. You have to have them, the micrometers adjusted and things like that. But we're
See,
getting off.
I've never made anything that would needed any thousandths of an inch tolerance for. So
Yeah.
I'm not a machinist by any measure. I may have some machinist equipment, but no, I'm not a machinist.
Yep.
It's kind of like, okay, so you got a ruler and you measure 2 inches. Okay, do you measure at the beginning of that 2 inch mark, in the middle of that 2 inch mark,
Oh yeah,
or
yeah,
the end of the 2 inch mark?
yeah.
And that's a 64th difference right there. That mark is about a 64th
Yeah.
thick. So
As long as you do it consistently, you're probably going to be
same
okay.
way. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Well, my pencil lead is also pretty thick too, so
Yeah, it depends on how sharp your pencil is. That's for sure. My dad
so,
always taught me, he said, use an arrow. Don't draw a line. Use an
that's what
arrow.
I do. A
so
bird's beak. We called
Yep.
it a bird's beak.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
and
and then the tip of the design on the
it's
tip. Here's the trick, though, Bill. You can't use a tape measure and then turn around and use a different tape measure if you want accuracy, because
yep, you
those
can.
tips do move a little bit different.
And they
yeah,
waller out too.
they're
Well,
they're
they wiggle out
supposed
and in on purpose
they're
because
supposed to do that on purpose. Yeah.
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 So if you butt
But
it up against something or you pull against something, it's supposed to move the width of that tip.
yeah.
Yep.
But the
But
problem is they
that'll
don't
wear
all
out.
move the same.
That'll wear out.
Right.
And so with these these Lufkin red ends and stuff, they I got my background on so you guys can't see it, but these joints, where they fold out,
Oh yeah,
they'll
yeah.
they'll get they'll get loose.
Mm-hmm.
Keep them a little bit of 3-in-1 on them, and they'll last you a long, long time. This one right here, I think it probably belonged to my dad, and it's like brand new.
One thing you've got to check on these tape measures too is particularly some of the less expensive ones that are coming over from China. Are there really 16 increments on an inch?
Yeah, I've seen that.
And does it stay consistent over the length of the tape measure? You got to really look at
Honestly,
this
if I'm
now.
going to measure to a 16th of an inch, I always start at 1 inch. I don't start at the hook.
Yep. But there's no
I don't use a
guarantee
tape measure
sometimes
unless
that your tape measure is actually measuring an inch or a foot or whatever, because they're just throwing lines on there sometimes.
Yeah.
I've seen them and it's been ridiculous. So I got two different tape measures here.
I guarantee you that they measure two different things if you measure it on like
Yep.
12 foot.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's not going to line up
That's
over
why I
12 foot.
always use the same tape measure to measure, and then the same tape measure to measure for the cut.
Yep.
By the way, if you can see it on this particular tape measure, you see that little grommet there?
Yeah.
Uh huh.
You know what you can use that for?
Nail.
When you
Circle.
want to use this like a compass.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Cut a circle with it, or you can
Yep.
use it
Oh,
to
oh, I never knew that. I
Yep.
didn't know that.
use it to mark drywall and stuff like that.
Yep.
That's what I got a drywall ruler for.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, fellas. It's after 9, and I'm gonna.
We're just getting started.
Yeah, but yeah. So I'm gonna call it for this week. If you'd like to talk again, come back next week. We do these every night, every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time for roughly 2 hours, not 2.5 like we're about to do. But
Sorry,
yeah,
I started running my mouth. My fault.
yeah,
Yeah, it's been a while. Seen Barry. I ain't seen him in a
yeah.
long
We're
time.
glad to
Good
see
to see him.
Barry.
Yep.
Well,
Glad to see you
I've
there.
been running. I apologize. I'll try to make it next week.
No need to apologize.
No, it was good stuff. So, Telly, you need to talk to me later about your jack-o'-lantern boxes.
Oh, absolutely.
I've got something that I need to share with you.
Okay. I sure
All
will.
right.
All right.
Good night.
Later.
Have a good one, guys.
You too.
You guys take care.